thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to do the easiest ruffle. I know there's many different ways to do a ruffle. This is the one that I found to be the simplest, and it's actually what I use on all of my bags. I just really like a ruffle. I think ruffles make everything cuter. So one thing to consider when you are looking to cut your fabric is you want to consider the length of what you want to wrap your ruffles around. You want to make sure you cut the length of your fabric 2 to 3 times the length of what you want to wrap the ruffles around. So if you have something that is 10 inches that you want to put ruffles on, you want to make sure you cut 20 to 30 inches of length for these ruffles. So now that we've talked about the length, we're going to talk about the width. When you are doing these type of ruffles, fold it in half. So when you fold it in half, that is actually how big your ruffle is going to be, including your seam allowance. So if you want it to be an inch width of a ruffle, you want to go ahead and cut it 2 inches at least. So, and if you're thinking about seam allowance, you cut it a little bit bigger. I like to wing it. If you guys like to follow it by the book, 2 to 3 times the length of what you're wrapping your ruffles around.
So after you get your strip cut, you want to go ahead and fold it in half and iron it down. Ironing really helps keep the creases in when you're going through and actually putting your ruffle together. After you're done ironing it down, you actually want to take the end and you want to go ahead and flip it inside out and sew that down. After you're done, you're just going to go ahead and flip it back around, and as you can see, that beautiful crease. And that's actually going to be the side that you start ruffles with. As you're going through to make your ruffles, you want to go ahead and just clip them on, and you want to fold them the way you would like. So if you want a lot of ruffles, you want to fold them closer together. As you can see here, I kind of play with the length and how I want it to look as I go through and just kind of fold it down. So you want to make sure when you get to the corners that you give it a lot of fabric to ruffle. So I usually just put a lot of ruffles in the corner. So I just ruffle it all down, because when you fan it out, it just looks better that way. If not, it looks a little sad. So as you can see, my ruffles at the corner are closer together. After you have it all clipped down, you're going to go ahead and go to your sewing machine and sew it down with however much seam allowance you want to give. Sew down your ruffle. Make sure you backstitch at the first just to make sure it's on there really tight. So you could go slow with this, but you just kind of want to follow it around and sew all of your ruffles on. When you're done sewing all the ruffles on, you want to fan it out and make sure that you didn't miss anything. Make sure the seams are how you like it to be. I like to double check it. So now you want to go ahead and put your lining on top with the ruffles inside and between the lining and the original fabric. And so you just want to go ahead and clip it all down. You don't have to put as many as you did with the ruffles, just to keep it hold. So you want to go ahead and sew it on. You want to go, again, back stitch, and then you're just going to follow it all the way around. Done, you're going to turn it inside out and you're going to fan out all your ruffles, and isn't it beautiful? It's just beautiful and done, and I just love this fabric. I think Ruffles looks so beautiful with it. I want to shout out to my nieces who helped me pick it out and convinced me that I need lots of it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please be sure to show me your Ruffles and your Ruffle projects. Thank you. Bye.